In this video, we're going to make the pure definitive case on why we need to get rid of the TSA. I am sure anyone who watches this video and fact checks everything with the sources in the description below will have no other option but to demand the end of the Transportation Security Agency. Share this video, we could do this together, and hopefully we could get rid of this tyrannical extortion racket that the TSA is running on all of the American people. Now, as we are speaking, mainstream media has been ablaze, and especially social media, with the long wait lines at major airports all across this country. Some people have to wait 3 to 4 hours, making people miss their flights, making people sleep at the airport because of the incompetence and because of this vindictive behavior by the TSA. American Airlines employees are even volunteering and helping the TSA workers with non-security functions in order to deal with these lines. This is a government agency financed by you and for you. Your tax dollars go to this agencies, and they are doing this mainly because it's just another government extortion racket. They are extorting the passengers. They are extorting this country into more funding and more money for themselves by understaffing TSA agents with major airports at the major lines, creating this havoc in order to justify more money that they are literally throwing away. They have given one employee, one official at the TSA, a $90,000 bonus. To a failed institution that can't even do their job properly, officials are getting $90,000 in bonuses for failing at the function that they're supposed to be doing for us. Congress has even just shifted $34 million for the TSA. But the bigger game here is in this extortion racket, the TSA wants you to go for their paid pre-check program. They want you to pay for them on additional charges when they already have money from your taxes to do their job. They still want you to enroll in their TSA pre-check program and pay them to do their job. Another pure outright extortion racket, which is an utter flaw, because the TSA pre-check program that they're pushing for right now for all Americans to sign up for has major privacy concerns. When you sign up for this program, people are saying you better keep your nose clean for the rest of your life because they take your fingerprints and they put it into an FBI database. This information that the TSA collects from you and all the other personal information that they gather from you in order to enroll you into their TSA pre-check program is held in a government database for 75 years, which the FBI, state and local enforcement could use at any time to solve crimes for the next 75 years. They are pushing their pre-check programs to third-party data mining programs that could legally sell your information later. They are also wanting to read your Facebook posts and your purchases before they approve. They are spying on everything that you are doing, and they could take away this program away from you at any time that they deem to do so. They could deny you and not even tell you why they denied you if you are not even a criminal. It is an outright government-sanctioned fraud to take more money away from you. Meanwhile, they get more money from your taxes from public funds. It is just another extortion racket that they're using right now by undermanning their security checkpoints in order to create these long lines, in order to create a demand for you to pay them to spy on you. This is actually what's happening right now. And why are they doing this when everything the TSA does is just security theater? They had undercover agents sneak in bombs and weapons, and 95% of the time, these undercover agents who were testing the TSA security got through. 95% of the times when someone in the government tested the TSA security by bringing on bombs, by bringing in fake guns and fake bombs into the airport, they were not caught by the TSA. How many terrorists has the TSA caught? 0. Zero. So what are they doing here? All of this is just massive security theater. They didn't stop the shoe bomber. They didn't stop the underwear bomber. Their security theater does nothing except give people the illusion of security while giving up essential freedoms and privacies. This is extremely dangerous because you're only presenting the illusion of security. Meanwhile, the system is still vulnerable for terrorist attacks. What stops terrorist attacks? Well, air marshals, locking the cockpit door, a heightened awareness by the passengers. This is what actually stopped previous terrorist attacks and actual intelligence that went after key terrorist suspects. But why are we still spending so much money on this theater that doesn't work? It's inept. On the TSA's own Instagram page, they talk about all the knives that they take away from regular human beings who have no ill intent to hurt anyone, but they take them away and they take pictures of them and they flash them all over their Instagram. Meanwhile, if you go to first class on any major airline, they give you a knife. This is just utterly the most ridiculous, idiotic security theater that I have seen in my life. It doesn't work. We are spending a lot of money out of it. And because of all this, we have these horror stories coming from the TSA, with TSA agents being caught masturbating to images of airline travelers that were previously displayed on body scanners that gave detailed accounts of their genitalia. There's security agents who rig body scanners on attractive male passengers so gay male colleagues could grope them. There's TSA screeners charged with child pornography. The list goes on and on and on. On this website, tsascandals.wordpress.com, you could see all of these scandals and pretty much shows you how the TSA just hires criminals and sexual predators without doing any background checks, giving them the full authority of this government to do what they want. These outrages of these criminals goes on. This page is massive. It will take you 2 days just to look at all the violations, all the thefts, all the sexual predators and sexual crimes that the TSA has committed on its own people with public funds. Check out this website, spend a day, and what you will see will shock you. I had previous encounters with the TSA with these officials literally picking up my laptop after getting screened, looking me dead in the eyes, and dropping it right in front of me. Why are they doing this? Because some of the TSA agents are just vengeful, evil human beings who know that I criticize them, and they try to take vengeance by literally just dropping my laptop in front of me and cracking my screen, and there's no way to get any accountability. Sure, you could send in one of these papers, but like other federal government agencies and police agencies, getting accountability for them violating you is virtually impossible for an average citizen. Ken O'Keefe, a famous activist, recently was flying to an event in Acapulco for Anarchapulco, and the TSA agents banned him for flying because he did not want to go through the body scanners. Remember, the body scanners that the TSA implemented said that they will be voluntary. We would never violate your rights. We would never have to make you choose to get a full naked body image scanner under the old scanners. We would never do that. And now they just made it mandatory, and they could kick off anyone who denies being able to go through one of those body scanners. Again, going back on their promises, lying, violating your freedoms, violating your privacy, violating your rights, so much more. And this is happening because the TSA officials are actually the lowest paid federal workers in all of the federal government. There is not just incompetence, there's just not criminals, it's not just sexual predators who are within the TSA, but also the higher ups of the TSA are making sure no one could be held accountable for their illegitimate actions, for their crimes. TSA employees have come out publicly and they said whenever we report an issue when it comes to security or someone violating someone else's rights, when someone doing something illegal within the TSA, we get punished for reporting and holding TSA officials accountable. The higher ups of this criminal organization are the major ones pushing these illegal actions. But there is sunlight at the end of this tunnel, with major airports, including New York City and Phoenix Airport, looking to kick out the TSA and hire their own private security agencies. We could surely have a push calling of all of our major airports to get rid of this criminally inept. This organization doesn't work. It is a government extortion racket that's violating your basic principles, that's violating your basic rights, meanwhile not keeping you safe at all, wasting your money trying to extort you even more, worse than any mafia that you could even imagine. And international airports and major airports all around the country are calling to kick out the TSA. We need to support these officials. We need to get through this, because ultimately, together, with enough public outrage, we could do this together. End the TSA right now. And well, on another note, the elites like Bill Clinton, they don't have to deal with this because they fly on private jets. Bill Clinton, he literally loses his Secret Service detail and goes on a private sex offender's plane called the Lolita Express, and he flies on them committing horrible acts with just these outright child sexual predators. This is the elite here who are the ones who really run this country. This is what's happening in the United States. This is what we are allowing to happen. Meanwhile, we get sexually groped and molested by TSA officials that can't even do their job right. Subscribe. Donate to independent media by going to wearechange.org/donate. Keep us fully independent so we can actually provide you this full news that we are not seeing anywhere on the mainstream media. We're seeing the outrage, but you really need to understand this history. Share this video. Let's get this outrage outright to the American public, and let's get rid of the TSA. Together, we could do this. Share this video. Subscribe. We're going to have a lot more content coming here your way on youtube.com/wearechange.